Hello, my name is Henry. I like to have fun playing games like Titanfall 2, even though I'm not a beast player, and I hope that you can learn from me if you're in the same boat. And at the same time, I want to show respect to gamers I'm playing with. And in today's video, that's exactly what we're going to be talking about, showing respect towards others, and about haters, and what's coming to them. Like I said a minute ago, my name is Henry. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. On the screen with me, you'll be seeing Max on the right and Maury on the left, and hopefully they'll be giving some good input today. The other day, a real-life friend of mine told me that he had watched my Titanfall 2 live stream, which is pretty cool because usually the people in my real life, they don't really care about anything I do on YouTube, so it was nice to hear that he actually watched it, so that's cool. One thing he noted was that he was surprised by, well, I don't know if surprised is the right word, but he did note that when I died playing Titanfall 2 that I just shrugged it off and I kept moving and I seemed to be happy enough about it and it didn't really seem to affect me. And he would have been raging. He's like, oh, now I died. Because he used to play Call of Duty way back when, but I don't think he plays anything anymore. So yeah, it got me thinking. During my live streams, I spend an extra amount of effort to try to be as cheerful as I can, because if you don't control it, you know, at the very beginning of this game, I died right away. I don't know if you noticed, but I came down behind one of these pillars and I died right away. And if you don't just let those things brush off, then you're going to be in a bad mood for the rest of the game. You need to learn to control your temper and control yourself, and then you can play more calmly and you'll do better. And that's just a matter of common sense, isn't it? Okay, well, Max seems to think it doesn't really matter to him, but I'm going to stick to my guns on this one. I think you do perform better when you have a calm and clear mind and you don't get upset. But the thing I wanted to really talk about is how this kind of rage affects how you talk towards other players. I've been in matches with people who get mad at other players because they're just playing the game. In other words, they're doing exactly what my friends would do, but my friend is mad at them just because they got the upper hand. And if my friend was doing it, of course, you know, it wouldn't be a problem then, of course, because he's not on the receiving end. I've also had friends in my lobbies at the end of a match, you know, call the other people names and say bad things about other players. And they can't hear, of course, we're in party chat or whatever, but it all goes to a certain attitude that I'm really not liking that I'm seeing when I play video games. Because, I mean, these other people are just here to play games just like we are. They're here to have a good time just like we are. They're not using any exploits, they're not cheating, they're not behaving inappropriately in any way, and yet they're getting all sorts of hate from people in the lobby. And I just don't find that very appropriate at all, and rather, I find it rather discouraging, I should say. And it kind of makes me sad when people act like that towards other human beings, that they would not normally act like that in real life towards. Would you teabag a person in real life? Would you call a person names? Would you swear at them just because they're just playing a game? How would that look if you were playing a game of soccer or play a game of hockey or baseball with a person and you lose to the other team and you behave like that? You'd be called a poor sport. People would look at you and say, man, that guy has problems, he has issues, he needs to get his life together. But for some reason, if we're doing it in a video game, it's okay? I just don't get that. And I think we as a gaming society, as gamers, as we play these games, I think we need to look long and hard at our attitudes towards other players and maybe even change our own behaviors towards them. Now, am I saying I'm perfect? No. I get mad when I die from what I think is an unfair death. But do I call them names for it? Do I get mad at them? No. I get annoyed a little and I try to shake it off and I move on. Now, if you've played with me, you know I get annoyed. It's like, oh man, I shouldn't have died there. But I'm not being uncivil towards the other players. At least I try not to, and if I ever am, please call me out on it, because that's behavior that I do not want to exemplify. I'm not saying any of us are perfect. I'm not saying that we can always behave perfectly in all situations. But I am saying that we as gamers, we need to work a little bit harder on how we treat each other. While it looks like Max cannot change who he is a robot with pre-programmed circuitry that is not amenable to change in any way whatsoever. But I think as the rest of us humans, we all know that we can't change. But if that doesn't convince you, I have something else that might. And that is self-interest. It has been shown that people who have a better disposition on life, with a better attitude, that are happy and can laugh easily and are not angry and upset all the time, they have a longer lifespan. They have longer, happier, more fulfilling lives. So if that it does not motivate you to change your attitude if you have a bad one, I don't know what will. Because I personally, I want to have a good, long, happy, fulfilling life that does not end with me being bitter and old and mad, that's for sure. Yes, Max, I do get mad, but the point I'm trying to make is that I know it's a problem, and I'm actively trying to stop being mad as often, and I'm working on having a better disposition towards others and towards myself. So where does that leave all the commentators that you hear on YouTube who just spout hatred about everything they do? And that's how they get their views, because they're just scream and rant. And you know, I actually don't watch these guys. I just hear about them. I know they exist. I know they're out there. But I don't watch these videos at all. And frankly, you know what? They may be getting popular on YouTube, and they may be doing them well monetarily, but I think in the long run, I think they won't be happy people in the long run. And I think eventually what goes around comes around, and they're going to get what's coming to them. I honestly believe that. You're not going to be a happy person if you're not going to show happiness, be nice towards other people. I firmly believe that, and if they might benefit in the short term, I think in the long term, they're definitely going to pay for it. Maury, I'm so glad you asked, because how you respond to haters says as much about you as whether or not you're one of the haters yourselves. And I resolved a long time ago that if I meet up with haters on my channel, I would basically block them and ignore them. I have no trouble deleting hateful comments from my channel. I do not have any yet. I've really only deleted spam comments, I think. That's the only thing I've really deleted on my channel. But this is my channel. It's like my house. I'm not going to invite people into my home that I don't care to associate with. And in the same way, I'm not going to tolerate bad behavior on my channel on YouTube. It's just not something that I'm prepared to do. There are some people that say, hey, that's illegal. You know, free speech. You should be able to say anything you want wherever you want. And these people, they have their heads in the sand and they don't understand how these things work. You might be thinking to yourself, no, that doesn't happen. People don't really say that. But they do. I've seen it. People think they have a right to tell people whatever they want in whatever forum they want. And that's just not true. So remember that. If you have a channel and people are hating on you, feel free to delete their comments and block them, because it's not illegal, it's not a problem, and there are no issues with it whatsoever. I don't know how even people come to believe these things in the first place. Now, I'm really curious, for any YouTubers out there that might be watching this, how do you deal with haters on your channel? How do you feel about them in the first place, and what do you do about them? Do you block them like I plan to do? Do you let them have their say and then just close the thread? What do you do about these haters that, frankly, they poison our environment, I have to say? What do you think about the free speech angle and shutting them down? Is that an issue for you? Obviously, it's not one for me, but maybe I'm wrong about it. So what do you guys think about it? I really like to know in the comments below. Give your thoughts, and if you have anything to say about haters or about anything else I've said in this video, like about having a positive attitude, about getting angry at other players, about trying to stay cheerful when you die, or anything else like that, I'd really like to know, because frankly this is a serious topic, and I think as a gaming community we kind of look bad to the outside world sometimes, and I think that this is something we need to discuss and to maybe improve upon. So please leave your comments below. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for sticking around this long and for watching this video and for listening to what I have to say. Even if you don't agree with me, I'd like to hear it in the comments below, but keep it civil, please. And yeah, this is Henry and Maury and Max, over and out. Oh, and here you can subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and you can also take a look at some other videos I've done.